Hi, Internet! I'm coming at you today to do yet another review of the Danielle LaPorte planners. Last year I did my first review of the Danielle LaPorte planner, and I'm so happy to be doing it again this year. Um, Honestly, not much has changed with the planners. Over the years, Danielle and her team have changed drastically from year to year, really taking in all the feedback they've gotten from the community in regards to what they loved and maybe didn't love about each planner. And I think they really, really nailed it last year because these are very similar in regards to what's inside of them. Um, some of the big differences, honestly, is just the outside. And I have two this year because I will be giving one away in the near future to my community. Um, I'm not sure which one yet. Typically, I go with the daily planner, which is this one. But I'm kind of feeling like maybe I'll go with the weekly this time. I'm not quite sure yet. Daily is sort of my jam always with planners, but honestly, I don't know. I'm going to sit with it and figure out if I want to try something new this year. I'm really, really loving the artwork on both of them. The artist that they work with is just out of this world, and this actually uses my favorite colors. So I'm really drawn towards this cover, but I've been trying really hard to sort of tap into more of my feminine side as of late, and so even though the pink feels very daring, I am sort of feeling drawn towards the nice feminine feel of it. So we will see. But if you want to see a very in-depth review of the insides of the books, the planners, and really what I love about them, you can view the review that I did last year on YouTube. Um, what I'm going to say about these ones is basically, they're the same, but I really want to touch on a few points that I love in particular about these planners as opposed to planners that I have used in the past. And I've said it before and I'll say it again because it still hasn't changed even a whole year later. I just cannot let go of the ritual of putting pen to paper when it comes to planning my day, week, month, and year. There's something just so old school, traditional, and sacred about writing these things down and being able to scribble them out or erase them or cross things off or really get fun with it and doodle that you just don't get with something like a Google Calendar or iCal. And I see some benefits of going digital, but I don't know. I just really love carrying around a big old planner with me. But something that these have that you just don't get from other planners is, I mean, there are so many planners out there these days, to be honest. I mean, you can get planners that really hone in on, um, let's see, the the system of time management. You can get a planner out there that really hones in on what's happening astrologically. You can get planners out there that are all about affirmations. But what this planner does is it encompasses all of it. So it is truly, by definition, holistic. And none of that is like really in your face either, which I like. So you can like either take it or leave it in regards to some of that. So what I mean by that is, if you open up to a page, you get sort of what's happening astrologically. So, it says the sun is entering Taurus. Um, you get that it might be a full moon, but again, it's like super small up there. You get affirmations or mantras, I think Danielle likes to call them, at the bottom here. You get core desired feelings down here, which you can tear off. You get prompts. You just get so much that is here for you to work with without it throwing it in your face and sort of overwhelming you, so you feel like you're subscribing to some specific way that just sort of rubs you the wrong way. It's really not in your face, which I love so much. And in my other review, which is on my page from last year, I really go in depth, sort of praising the heck out of these, because they've just changed the way that I've really viewed the way that I go about things, and that is really that really stems from the Desire Map book and concept that she originally came out with. But you don't need that in order to work with these planners at all, which I also love. But this just sort of took it one step further for me and allowed me to infuse that concept on a day-to-day basis. So I'm able to kind of carry that around with me daily, which has just been such a game changer. And, I found myself this last year with the 2017 planners, kind of using the planner as an oracle in a way. I use what the words, the core desired feeling says at the bottom of each bottom corner here. Let me see if I can show you. There's a different one on each page. And I've used that according to the day that we're on. But sometimes when I really just need some guidance and sort of like a message from the guides or whatever you want to call them, I sometimes I'll just kind of close the book and I'll open it up to a random day and see what the word is, and it's great. I mean, I can do that without carrying my oracle deck with me everywhere, and that's what I mean by just getting so much here. I get really overwhelmed sometimes with just a blank page, so the bare bones planners really don't do it for me. And also, just like blank pages in a journal don't do it for me. I'm the type of person that loves coloring books because the illustration is already there, and all I need is colored pencils to infuse my own creativity within something that's already been constructed a little bit. And that's sort of how I feel with these planners. Is Danielle has taken these revolutionary ideas and have put them down on paper, so then we can use our own creativity in our own lives to really color in the pages. And that is why I will use this time and time again. And that's what I'm going to say about it. I'm going to keep it short and simple this time around, and just allow you guys to go back to my other review and see what I said about it in the other one. I really break it down in the other video, and there's not much more I can say about this one, just because it is very similar to the last one. So it's not necessary. But I'm so happy to have this in my hands once again, and the colors are just absolutely like out of this world. As always, I just love them so much. And I have to say, of course, you can see the difference between the sizes. And so the weekly one is going to be lighter. So go with the weekly one if you're looking for something a little more lightweight. If you don't mind carrying around something a little heavier, go with the week or the daily. What else is different in regards to the daily and the weekly? I mean, the weekly is not going to have the schedule on each page that you can fill out with a daily, which is something that I like for like appointments and stuff. Um, and it basically just has the week spread out on 2 pages, and then so you get sort of like a soul prompt for each week as opposed to a soul prompt for each day. So I don't know. I mean, I let me see. I'll show you. Let's see. This is April. Okay. So this is what a day. Let's see. A weekly looks like, and this is what a daily looks like. So it's up to your preference. It's not a super professional video because I just sort of like to wing it and be myself, how I would normally be if I was sitting down with someone and showing them these. So not super technical, but I dive deep in my last video that I did last year about these. So once again, I'll just point you to that. I'm also going to put right below this video a link to the planners that you can buy one if you'd like. And yeah, that's all I have to say about it. I'm really excited about having these in my hands once again. Um, I'm excited to sort of sit down with my core desired feelings again and kind of start planning 2018, even though I'm not ready for 2017 to end because we still got a good amount left. But anyway, thanks for listening. If you have any questions, just post them below and I'll do my best to answer them. Bye.